That's not our LNS though, is it? It's not. That is LNS, dude. Well, if there's like anything.
The universe is incredibly vast, containing billions of galaxies, each with billions of stars and potentially even more planets. With such a large number of celestial bodies, the probability of Earth being the only planet to harbor life seems low. Life on Earth exists in extreme environments previously thought inhospitable, such as deep-sea hydrothermal vents, acidic hot springs, and frozen Antarctic lakes. This suggests that life may be more adaptable and resilient than previously imagined, expanding the potential habitats where extraterrestrial life could exist.
Like an alien, you mean?
Advances in technology have led to the discovery of thousands of exoplanets orbiting distant stars. Some of these exoplanets are located within the habitable zone of their stars, where conditions could potentially support liquid water, and by extension, life as we know it. Films often depict aliens as large, highly intelligent beings with advanced technology and the ability to communicate with humans.
Welcome to Earth.
However, this portrayal may not accurately reflect the diversity of potential extraterrestrial life forms. In reality, if extraterrestrial life exists, it could manifest in a wide variety of forms, sizes, and levels of intelligence.
We must survive on our own.
Excuse me.
Some life forms may indeed be small and simple, resembling microbes or single-celled organisms, rather than complex, humanoid creatures. These microbial life forms could potentially exist in environments, such as subsurface oceans, beneath the icy crusts of moons like Europa or Enceladus, where conditions may be conducive to life, despite the absence of complex organisms. Stephen Hawking once issued warnings about the potential dangers of making contact with advanced alien civilizations. He warned that advanced alien civilizations may not necessarily be friendly or benign, and that making contact with them could pose risks to humanity. Hawking suggested that if aliens were to visit Earth, they might view humans as primitive and potentially pose a threat to our existence. Similar to how Europeans encountered and often exploited less technologically advanced civilizations during the Age of Exploration. Enrico Fermi, best known for his work on nuclear physics and quantum mechanics, famously posed the question,
Where is everybody?
Fermi's famous The Fermi Paradox only deepens this mystery. According to him, the vastness of the universe and the seemingly high probability that intelligent life could arise on other planets. Given the billions of stars in the Milky Way galaxy alone, with many likely to have planets orbiting them, and the billions of other galaxies in the observable universe, it seems probable that some of these planets could harbor life. Nevertheless, despite extensive efforts to search for extraterrestrial intelligence, including programs like SETI, we have yet to detect any conclusive evidence of intelligent life beyond Earth. This apparent absence of observable extraterrestrial civilization stands in contrast to the high likelihood of their existence, leading to the Fermi paradox. If this is true, what about the numerous UFO sightings globally? Do extraterrestrial beings use advanced propulsion systems to travel through space, going unnoticed without triggering any alarms, a technology beyond our current understanding? Or is there a different explanation behind these phenomena, suggesting a different story altogether? And have we finally found some evidence that there are aliens?
Alien, you mean extraterrestrials?
It's important to mention that the US government has released previously classified documents about UFO sightings, sometimes through the Freedom of Information Act. For instance, the New York Times published an article on August 3, 1997, with the headline, CIA Admits Government Lied About UFO Sightings. The article reported that a CIA study revealed that over half of the UFO reports from the late 1950s to the 1960s were actually sightings of piloted surveillance missions over the United States. Consequently, the Air Force made false statements to calm the public and safeguard a highly secret national security project. But my real question is, can the same thing be said about the Pentagon UFO videos? On November 14, 2004, fighter pilot Commander David Fravor was conducting training exercises off the coast of Southern California when he encountered unidentified objects exhibiting unusual flight characteristics. Fravor reported seeing a tic-tac-shaped object, moving erratically and seemingly defying the laws of physics. The USS Princeton, a guided missile cruiser equipped with advanced radar systems, had been tracking these unidentified objects for several days before the encounter. Radar operators detected multiple anomalous aerial targets that appeared to descend from high altitudes to near sea level in a matter of seconds. Another incident with UAP goes back to 2014 and 2015, also known as the USS Theodore Roosevelt UFO incidents. During deployment in the Persian Gulf and the Middle East, USS Theodore Roosevelt aircraft carrier pilots reported encountering unidentified objects exhibiting unusual flight characteristics. These objects were described as moving at high speeds, performing abrupt maneuvers, and displaying capabilities beyond those known to humans or conventional aircraft. These videos were acknowledged and declassified by the U.S. Department of Defense in April 2020. They were recorded between 2004 and 2015 by Navy pilots and were originally leaked to the public, before being officially released by the Pentagon.
Looked down a small, saw a white tic-tac object and moving very abruptly over the water like a ping pong ball.
And there is a good reason why the government changed its mind on UFOs or UAP. The report expressed worries that UAPs could cause safety problems by possibly colliding with U.S. aircraft. There were also concerns that if these UAPs turned out to be foreign aircraft spying on the United States, they could pose a security threat. Extensive interest in UFOs has rocketed since these videos were made public, and wide media coverage, especially since 2017, has surged.
A lot of folks are taking the internet-fueled idea of storming Area 51.
Going back to the infamous Storm Area 51 online event that went viral in 2019, where a Facebook group invited people to gather near the secretive U.S. Air Force facility known as Area 51 in Nevada. The event was initially created as a joke, but it quickly gained widespread attention and media coverage, attracting millions of RSVPs from people expressing interest in participating. The event's organizers suggested that attendees would attempt to storm or trespass into Area 51 to uncover supposed government secrets related to UFOs and extraterrestrial life. However, the U.S. military and local authorities warned against attempting to breach the highly secure facility, emphasizing the legal and safety risks involved. In 2021, something changed. The Senate Intelligence Committee requested a report on UFOs from the Office of the Director of National Intelligence. The committee mandated that the report be released to Congress within 180 days. On June 25, 2021, the U.S. government released the UAP report. This report was based on 144 observations of UAPs or UFOs from 2004 to 2021. This report did not offer definitive explanations for the observed UAP. The report highlights the unusual characteristics of UAP, like its ability to elevate in the air, make abrupt maneuvers, or travel at high speeds without any visible means of propulsion.
That's nothing from this world.
Before coming to a conclusion, it's important to understand that these findings are merely observational case studies, lacking substantial evidence to support them. Mike West, who is a science writer, said some of these UAPs could be simply due to the flaws in newly deployed radar systems, drones flying into the restricted zones, or possibly some atmospheric phenomenon. One of my favorite quotes from Neil deGrasse Tyson is, "Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence," and he notes that most UFO sightings can be explained by natural phenomena, misidentifications, or human error.